Happy New Year! And this new year will be a great one by keeping track of everything in the brain. I'm going to create a specific thought at the top of my brain to focus on my New Year's resolutions. I actually have several New Year resolutions this year, and I'll create a thought for each individual one to keep track of them separately. Notice that I separated these items with a semicolon. Using the semicolon is a great way to create a group of individual thoughts quickly in your brain. One of the great things about the brain is that you can not only keep track of your goals, but you can use the brain's specific features to research and actually achieve them. I can always add additional content, new thoughts, and information at any time to help me really reach my goal as the year progresses. Let's get started. And I'll start with losing weight. In order to lose weight, I need to really think about ideas and actions that will help me achieve this goal. So I'm going to create child thoughts for diet, exercise, and keeping track of my progress. Under diet, I'll start by adding websites for healthy eating. I found a website that I'll be referring to quite often for great recipes, menus, nutritional information, and videos. For easy access to this site in the future, I simply click and drag the URL from my browser right into the brain. This creates a new thought with a direct link back to that specific URL. And I found another URL that's all about carbohydrates and keeping track of my glycemic index. I'd like to research this much further in the future. So once again, I simply click and drag the URL right into my brain. And since I don't really know much about what a glycemic index actually is, I need to educate myself, and the brain can help. I'll use the brain's search web feature to help me learn more. And when I find the information I'm looking for, again, I simply click and drag right into the brain. And the Brain 8 also allows me to keep track of the conversation of glycemic index in Twitter. Again, I simply let the brain do the work for me with the built-in Twitter search. In this case, I want to keep track of hashtag glycemic index. I'll preview my content, and if I'm happy with those results, I'll keep track of the conversation right in the brain. And I can use these same features to continue building my brain in different areas. I really need to get moving this year, so under exercise, I'll create a few new child thoughts for hobbies that I like, such as biking and hiking. In addition to linking web pages, I can also click and drag documents. In this case, I have a PDF of a local bike path that I'd like to keep track of. Again, I just click and drag right into the brain. I can also link to other existing thoughts elsewhere in my brain that are related to this topic. Under exercise, I'd like to link to my yoga thought. You can see that I just need to type in the first few letters, and I already have an existing thought called yoga in this brain. I'll double-click and link to that existing thought. Eventually, this area will contain links to more biking and hiking maps, as well as web pages for favorite gear, shoes, and other related information. And on the progress thought, I'll use the notes section as an ongoing journal for my progress. I'll check in every Friday on what I've accomplished and what I plan for the next week. And I can use the brain's timestamp feature, so I can always refer back to when that specific note took place. And I'll even set up the brain to remind me of upcoming activities as well, with the built-in calendar. I can simply click to add a new event, which can be a one-time event or a weekly recurring event, so that every Friday I'll remember to check in with my exercise progress. Now the brain will remind me of these upcoming events and really help me keep on schedule. Visualizing these goals in my brain is fun, and it takes it out of my head and helps me keep organized, so my ideas can actually turn into actions. Now I'm going to brainstorm a little bit on my business goals. Here again, I have a few existing documents that I'd like to bring into the brain: a sales report and some business plans for 2014. I'll select them both and drag and drop right into the brain. Notice that this creates a shortcut back to the original document. I can always right-click and select to either copy or move the file into my brain. I can also keep track of new projects from scratch, such as my new marketing project. This new marketing project is about to take my new business online with a brand new website and e-commerce. As you can see, I've created new individual thoughts to help me keep track of research and development and all the aspects of this project as it continues to grow throughout the year. My thoughts and ideas actually come to life in the brain, so I can focus on really getting them done and achieving my goals. The year has just begun, but as you can see, my goals are actually taking shape in a way that helps me visualize and chart a path to a better future and ultimately my success. For further visualization, I can right-click on any thought and select from the brain's thought icon library. And to keep me inspired throughout the year, I'll add some new wallpaper. With the brain, there's no limit to the number of thoughts and connections that I can make. So expand your mind this year and use the brain's visual thoughts to make your New Year's resolutions a reality. Happy New Year and happy thinking!